It's estimated that as much as 70% of all antibiotics sold in the United States go to farms.
They drink out of these nipples, and they eat from these feeders, and that helps the flock grow better. The farmer does better because they have more pounds of meat. Give the consumer a cheaper food supply. The chickens are healthier, so healthy chickens mean a healthier product for the consumer as well.
But increasingly, this widespread use of antibiotics in animals has been raising concerns.
Is it possible that there's a pathway? I'm thinking particularly of resistance, you know, could it go in bugs from the chicken house to the family table?
We don't know how often that occurs. We think that it probably occurs at a very, very low rate. That linkage is very difficult to connect the dots.
Scientists have long been looking for connections between these dots, trying to understand whether the use of antibiotics on farms is contributing to antibiotic resistance that threatens the health of people. As I dug in, I began to find new evidence that was complicated and surprising. Lance Price started sampling the meat supply in Flagstaff in 2012, trying to figure out if resistant bacteria from farms is ending up on the meat we buy.
We started this study because we had this hypothesis, this theory that food could serve as a source of E. coli that then went on to cause urinary tract infections.
Could I get 2 pounds of the ground turkey, but could I get it in 2 separate packages?
Price isn't concerned with the trace amounts of antibiotics that could be in meat. He's looking for antibiotic-resistant bacteria that could be on the meat and cause dangerous infections if they end up on our hands or kitchen counters, or if the meat isn't cooked enough.
We're producing 9 billion food animals. And by using antibiotics in food animal production, we're creating drug-resistant pathogens that can then go on to cause drug-resistant infections in you and me. And
these guys expire on the 6th.
the problem with urinary tract infections is that if you get a bladder infection with E. coli and it's antibiotic resistant, and the doctor goes to treat you, and that treatment fails because the bacteria is resistant, then it can get in the kidneys. And once it's in your kidneys, it has access to your blood, right? And so then you can get what we call sepsis, which kills 40,000 Americans each year.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you. We're going to put it into a broth, we're going to put it in the incubator, and we're going to see if we can grow E. coli from it.
What Price wanted to know is whether the meat aisles of Flagstaff supermarkets were the source of some of the dangerous urinary tract infections that were showing up in the local hospital. His study would take several years.